All right, we want to bring you the latest details now. Chicago police holding a briefing on the shooting of a Chicago police officer around 3 o'clock this morning.
While returning home, the officer was shot multiple times. He was transported to the University of Chicago Hospital, where he was pronounced. He's survived by a mother and an uncle. He was just a great officer, a great human being, and his family is dealing with a lot right now. And my condolences go out to the family, and we really need to keep the family, his mother, in our prayers. These are senseless crimes that are taking the lives of our community members. Today, of one of our officers. Area 1 Detective Division is working right now on the scene to try to bring some justice to this family. The officer was 30 years old, and in 2 days he would have been 31 years old. 6-year member of the department, working very hard out there to keep communities and to keep people safe. And today, that officer was a victim of the type of crime that he was working against to keep people safe in this city. It's important to understand the work that these officers are doing out here. Oftentimes, it goes unnoticed. We notice when things don't seem to be right. We notice when something is wrong. But we don't pay attention to the great work that the officers are doing on a daily basis to try to keep this city safe. There's a lot of violent crime out here. And there are people who are brazen and cowardly in the way that they go about their days and carry out these violent acts against decent, hardworking people of this city who are just trying to live their lives the right way. It has got to stop. We have got to focus on the things that matter in this city right now. And what matters in this city are the good people who are just trying to live their lives the right way, trying to raise their children. And there are those who don't care. They don't care about the lives of those individuals. Know that the Chicago Police Department cares, and we're going to continue to do every single thing that we can to bring justice to every family who's been victimized by this type of crime. With that, if you have any questions.
Sir, can you talk a little bit more about the circumstances, if you can, of the shooting at this hour?
Right now, everything is in the preliminary stages. There's a lot of evidence that's being recovered right now. Obviously, we're looking for everything that we can, video, whatever we can find right now. But it's preliminary at this stage right now, so it's hard to pinpoint every single thing that happened here.
Officer was in uniform at the time?
The officer was wearing his uniform. Obviously, he was wearing something that covered it up. But at this time, like I said, it's still at the preliminary stages right now.
Can you confirm if it was a carjacking that led up to it?
We can't confirm that right now, but the detectives are working through it. What we do know is that the officer's vehicle was taken. But to get to the total motive of what happened, we need more information, and the detective division is working on that.
Is there a vehicle description or anything that you guys want to put out to the community so people can help you guys as far as the search for these people?
There was there's a community safety alert that was put out with the information, so it is out there.
Okay.
I was going to say, do you know if the officer saw this weapon recovered?
That is one of the things that we're looking into right now. We haven't confirmed that, but we are looking into that.
Last question over here.
First of all, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Secondly, are you looking for anyone? Is there
Right now, we're looking, and as soon as we get more information, we will get that information to you. We will get out as much information as we can as we collect more evidence.
And you were listening live to an update from Chicago's police superintendent delivering the news that a Chicago police officer was shot and killed overnight. This is a 30-year-old officer, a 6-year veteran of the department. The police superintendent calling him a great officer and a great human being.
He was just getting home, wearing his uniform, a jacket over the uniform, suspected perhaps a carjacking in this. We do know that his car was taken after the officer was shot. Of course, we will continue to follow the developments on this and bring you the latest as they come into the newsroom. We'll be right back.